So, with the new Canadian election on the horizon, what can we expect to change for solar? For people that have been sitting on the fence for the last couple of years, considering whether solar was good for their business or their home, we're going to see some changes. There's no doubt about it, no matter who wins this election, whether it's Prime Minister Carney, whether it's Pierre Poilievre, whatever your favorite is, it doesn't really matter. We're likely to see changes, right? Governments like to roll out their own programs. The Greener Homes program, which has been a really big one for this past government, for the Trudeau government, has provided 0% financing for up to 10 years for solar, windows, whatever makes your home more efficient, essentially. It's not the easiest of programs as far as just all the paperwork that has to be completed. But at the end of the day, you don't see a lot of 0%, right? And that's why I'm not all that shocked at some of the comments I get from my posts is I get comments saying it's a scam if it's 0%. They think we're trying to mislead people, and there's definitely some misleading solar sales pitches out there. But this is government. This doesn't, by you getting 0% doesn't mean that somebody's layering in costs into the solar array itself. The price, we always say get 3, get 4, get 5 quotes anyway. See what's out there on the market. Prices vary from $2.20 a watt to $4 a watt these days for the exact same products. You shouldn't pay for a company's greed. There's no doubt about that. Make sure that you're getting a fair price. But if you're considering solar, now might be your last chance before this election. I mean, I realize policies take time to roll out, but now might be your last chance to get that opportunity for 0% financing, right? We actually layer it with a 0% bridge because they don't give you all that money up front. They force you to pay some, and then they'll give you some to pay for the contractor. We make it a little easier so that people don't have to pay up front. I'm a little disappointed in the Greener Homes program that has that gap, right? It should be set up in a way that the homeowner doesn't have to pay out of pocket. So we try and bridge that gap essentially. But it's one of those things, if you're thinking about solar, if you thought about solar in the past, now's the time to look at it. Prices are very competitive. There's a lot of companies on the market, so prices have really come down. Equipment costs have really come down. It's a very competitive time, and it might be our last chance at this program. We don't know what's next. I wouldn't want to assume, but I wouldn't think that Pierre Poilievre has a big solar rebate program planned. Prime Minister Carney might have something different up his sleeve, but he's definitely going to have to be more fiscally conservative than past governments to survive, I think. As well as we may be looking at a minority government that doesn't really, produce a lot of policy. We all kind of know how that goes in Canadian history, but suffice it to say, now is your best time that we've seen in a long time to go solar. So definitely consider it. Definitely see the numbers. Remember, your delivery charges are variable. They're not all fixed fees, despite what you've been told. You can sell back to the grid your excess energy in the summer. You can sell it through the Solar Club at 30 cents a kilowatt hour and really improve the economics of that. But give it some consideration. Make companies like ours at Solar Deb do the hard work for you, present all the facts, and if it makes sense, it makes sense. If it doesn't, that's fine. Have a great day.